Welcome to Boys from the Bridge. This is an official channel dedicated to Chelsea Football Club and football in general. Everything you need to know, everything you want to know, it happens right here, right now. Let's get into it. So please, before I get going, could you please hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and also just click on the bell notification so you can receive all my videos when I post them. So in this video I will be concentrating on the Chelsea vs Liverpool review. Now this was a very disappointing game, as it definitely wasn't the result that we were all hoping for. I will be talking about all the highlights, which will be in blue, and all the lowlights, which I will be putting in red, as all the good things in life seem to be blue. I will also be talking about our next game against Barnsley, where we have an opportunity for some rotation and to giving the players that haven't yet featured a go. So first off, I would like to review the Chelsea vs Liverpool game. Now, I think for the first 45 minutes, our defence was very solid. There wasn't much flow between the players, as the players are still gelling together. But in terms of defensively, I thought we were very good. And it didn't look like Liverpool were going to score until Christensen did that challenge. Now Christensen, he had a good game. I think he also played well against Brighton. He had a good game until he did that challenge on Mane. Now it was a reckless challenge. I'm not sure if he accidentally kind of fell on him. But regardless, he should have maybe just left Mane alone. If Mane went around Kepa and scored, okay, we're 1-0 down, but at least we have 11 players and we still have an opportunity to get back in the game. Due to the fact that Christensen did this foul and cost the team, I have to put Christensen in the red. I do like Christensen. He has got a one-match ban now, but he will be missing the Barnsley game that he probably wouldn't have featured anyway in midweek. The next player that has come under huge amounts of scrutiny, and the word mistake seems to go so well with Kepa at the moment. I thought Kepa, until his mistake, had a decent game. He was passing out from the back very well, and he wanted to kick the ball further forward at a lot of stages. I think he wasn't at fault for the first goal. There's nothing that he could have done, and he had a decent game. However, due to the fact that he gifted Liverpool their second goal by literally just passing to Mane, everyone is going to focus on that, and I do feel sorry for Kepa. There seems to be no way out for Kepa at the moment, and therefore he is going into the red, as Kepa definitely didn't have the best game in terms of not making any mistakes. For me, Kepa can go through a whole game, about 89 minutes of the game, having a perfect game, and he makes one mistake and everyone just focuses on that one mistake. So I do feel sorry for him, but he has to understand that the more mistakes he gets, the more pressure, the more eyes are going to be on him. We have signed Edward Mendy, who is still waiting to be officially announced, although I am announcing it here on Boys from the Bridge that he has signed, and therefore I think he will play on the weekend's game. I am going to be going through all the reds, so I will be continue talking about players that I am putting into the fiery reds. The next player that is going into the fiery reds is going to be Marcos Alonso. Now, if we play a 4-3-3 formation like we did on the weekend, in my opinion, and a large portion of everyone else's opinion, is that Azpilicueta needs to play on the left-hand side. I know Azpilicueta's natural position is on the right, but with Reece James playing so well at the moment, he won't be able to get that position back. We should have started Azpilicueta on the left. He has a lot more experience than Marcos Alonso, and he is a better defender. If we're going to play 3 at the back, I then play 5 in midfield, and then kind of the wing backs pushing up, Marcos Alonso is amazing at that. He is a fantastic player going forward, but his defending is definitely questionable a lot of the time. He struggled a lot on the weekend, and he definitely didn't have his best game. Ben Chilwell is going to be a really good replacement for that, and I hope that he can become fully fit very soon. Another player going in the red is Reece James. I think Reece James didn't have the best of games. We all know that he is a very good player going forward, but in terms of his defending, he lost Mane for the first goal. He should be better in terms of his defending, and it is questionable. The next player that is going in the red is Jorginho. Jorginho didn't have the greatest of games. He didn't play very well. He kind of didn't even feature a lot of the time, and he missed that penalty. If we scored that penalty to make it 2-1, even though we had 10 men, we still had the probability and the chance of getting an equaliser. So for me, Jorginho's passes weren't that great in that game. He wasn't looking forward. He kept passing it either sideways or backwards. Is not what we need. Now Havertz, I am not putting either in the red or the blue. I think he had a neutral game. I think he would have got more into the game if he stayed on for the second half. But due to the fact that we went down to 10 men, he was substituted for tomorrow. I think over the course of the time, when Havertz plays in that number 10 role, I think he will get a lot better and he will create a lot more chances. He played as a false 9, which wasn't his best position, but I still don't think he played very badly. Now, positives from the game. We have to look at some positives. We're not just going to focus on all the negatives. Positives in the game is that Kante had a sensational game. I think Kante was definitely our best midfield player without question. He tried 110%, he won a lot of balls back, he ran after and chased the ball, and he also had moments where he could have scored, and he was also trying his hardest throughout the game. So therefore, I am putting Kante in the blue. He deserves this credit, he played extremely well, and he shows himself of how much of an important player he is for us and how much of an important player he will be going forward. The next player I am putting in blue is Werner. Now, Timo Werner still hasn't scored or assisted, but his dedication, his pace, and how hard he tried for the game was just there to see for everyone. He almost took it into his own stride, how Hazard and Pulisic has done in recent times, and it shows that he is going to be a key player going forward. He played very well on the left-hand side, although I do like seeing him up front leading the line more often. He won the penalty for us, and we haven't seen all of his pace yet, but we have seen glimpses of how fast this player is. The next player going into the blue is Zouma. Now, Zouma has been shouting out for a centre-back partner to partner him in the defence. I think Zouma played exceptionally well. If it wasn't for Zouma, we could have conceded a lot more goals. Now, a player going in the blue that we haven't seen recently that much is Tomori. Tomori is very young. He fell out of the squad a little bit last season, but he is back and he played superbly when he came on. His challenges, his dedication, he looked like such an experienced and confident defender. This is very exciting for me as he is extremely young and is definitely going to be a very important player moving forward. So therefore, he is in the blue. One thing I just want to say is that we need to have more communication in terms of everyone speaking to each other throughout the game. It was very easy to see that the Liverpool players were talking a lot and communicating. I know that this will come over the course of the season as our players start to gel and understand each other more. But everyone just looked at each other like they weren't sure their next moves. This will obviously happen, like I said, the longer they play together and understand the qualities. This being said, we have exceptional players that are still injured. With the likes of Thiago Silva still struggling to get fully fit, he's definitely expected within the next week. The likes of Ben Chilwell also getting fit. He will fit perfectly on that left-hand side in place of Alonso and complement Reece James on the right-hand side very nicely. I'm very excited to see Pulisic get back on the left, and I think Pulisic and Ben Chilwell's connection is going to be extremely good this season. Pulisic won't probably feature in midweek as there's no point in risking him for that game, but I'm expecting him to make an appearance on Saturday when we play West Brom. West Brom, no disrespect to them, but they aren't the best team, and I think this will be a perfect opportunity for us to really express ourselves in that game and start to connect all the players together. The likes of Ziyech is also coming back, and he will fit perfectly on that right-hand side. And I feel that Mason Mount is going to be dropped from the team for a while, as our front three is going to be Pulisic on the left, Timo Werner up front, and on the right-hand side is going to be Ziyech. I'm extremely excited to see all these players play together and come back. Now, the Barnsley game. This is a midweek game. I said earlier this is a perfect opportunity for rotation. I think the likes of Tammy Abraham, Giroud could potentially be starting. In midfield, you're going to have Barkley, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic. In defence, there's going to be the likes of Azpilicueta, Rudiger, Tomori. And in defence, it's going to be good old Cab, who's going to come in to replace Kepa in the midweek game. There could also be some more rotations that I haven't spoken of, but this is going to be the main rotations for the midweek game. I'm extremely excited for the midweek game to see how all the players start to gel together. I'm also excited to see the West Brom game. We will hopefully get a lot of players back from injuries and they will start to gel with each other, and we will really see a positive impact of these new players in the squad. I think there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel, and although this was a disappointing game, I definitely think that there's a lot more to come from this Chelsea squad. Over the next few weeks, we're only going to get stronger and stronger, and when everyone is fully fit and playing together, communication, gelling, is all just going to improve. I will even go as far to say that I believe we can finish second. I would love to say we can finish first. I still feel like we're a little bit behind Liverpool, but in a fully fit team with our best players, I think we could have beaten Liverpool. My prediction is that we're going to go very far in the Champions League this season too, and it is a very exciting time to be a Chelsea fan, although right now we all feel a bit gutted due to the Liverpool game. The next few weeks are going to be very important for Chelsea, as we desperately need to bounce back from the Liverpool game and get a winning streak going on. This will also build confidence in the players and each other. I will be making a video after the Barnsley game in midweek, and I'm extremely excited for that, and I will also be making a preview video for the West Brom game on Saturday. I am extremely excited about these games, and I can't wait to make my next video. Keep the blue flag flying high, come on you Blues. Until next time, see you then.